Good morning. Good morning. It's hashtag Maggie the therapist with your wake up call. So as always, I pray everyone is calm and in good spirits. I also hope everyone is relaxed, right? Because that's what I do. I'm practicing hashtag breathing all 2026. Okay. So like I said, I hope everyone is calm. Normally I ask my clients, how do they feel stress level from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, right? 4 and under, you're okay, right? But you can still calm down and relax, right? If you're a 0, you're good. Thank God, right? 5 and up, we may have to designate a person to speak to, or we may have to write some things down and address our pros and cons and talk to ourselves a little more, pray a little more, okay? So when you do feel like your anxiety is pretty high or your stress level is pretty high, I need you to calm down. And you know how I calm down, right? Because we practice this every day. We put our feet to the ground, okay? And we breathe 4 in, 6 out. And when we do breathe, I want you to take in that air. I want you to open up your chest. I want you to calm and relax from top to bottom. I want you to feel that relaxation fall over your body. My favorite way to cope is to go outside, especially in this crisp air. Oh, I take a walk for 10 minutes and I take that air in and out. Oh, I feel so much better after. I could take a nap. I could take a shower. I could relax, right? Watch a good movie or something like that. But sometimes you do. You do have to calm down. You have to calm yourself down. You overthink, okay? And you don't know, you know, what's next. You don't have to worry about that. And if you are worried about that, designate someone to talk to or write it down, okay? And I hope everybody have a blessed day today. This air is fantastic. Breathe it in, okay? And with that being said, um my topic today is active listening. So with active listening, okay, is an essential skill for communication and building strong relationships. So if I want to build a strong relationship with somebody, yes, I'm going to communicate with them. If not, I'm not. That's it. That's it. It really gets like that, right? So, communication techniques involves fully focusing, okay, understanding, responding, and remembering what is being said. I have to remember what you said to respond to you. And a lot of times, this is where people get interrupted because people want to respond so bad without listening that you don't even hear what the person said. You didn't even hear them all the way out fully, right? Because you're so eager to respond. But no, let's calm down. Let's write this down. A lot of times, I tell my couples and family that if you want to respond to something, write it down. But let the person get it out. Let them express their feelings. And also, I tell them to put a timer down. Put a 2-minute timer, 3-minute timer, and don't go past that. But we do want to respond to understand what the person is saying, not to respond to an emotion or a feeling. Okay? So, a lot of times, that's what it is. You get emotional with what somebody said instead of understanding what they're saying, right? You're lashing out. And this is where the arguments come in and the misunderstandings come in and, the crying and everything else. You understand what I'm saying? Because your feelings is not being heard. You're not feeling understood. And that's when we have to back up. Maybe you have to go to your corners and you have to calm down. Okay? And then you breathe. And then after y'all breathe and y'all calm down, you come back to that conversation because you have to come back to that conversation. You have to have a solution. You have to handle it, or it's gonna come back up. It's gonna come back up. It's gonna come back up eventually. So handle it, right? Handle your situation calmly, respectfully, because respect is the foundation of every relationship, and respect is in your tone and in your speech. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you say, is not how you say is what you say. Okay. So, in knowing that, let's be mindful of how we talk to people. Let's respect. when we speak to people, and let's calm down and let's not try to get right. We want to relax. We don't want to be angry. We don't want to be mad. We won't want to be upset when we're talking. We want to calm down. And if we can't do that, let's go to our corners, okay? Because that's what communication is, right? It's active listening. If you can't active listen at that time, it ain't no point in talking, okay? And this builds trust, right? This helps people feel heard. They are most likely to trust you because you understand them. You understand where they're coming from. You care about what they're saying, right? You care about what they're saying. Active listening helps clarify messages and reduces misunderstandings. So instead of me constantly misunderstanding things that you're saying, if I'm listening to what you are saying, I can't misunderstand you because I'm trying to understand you. I actively care about what's going on with you. Okay? Right? So, and this forces empathy, right? It allows us to all understand each other's perspective and feelings like better. Like I understand you better. I feel I feel for you. I feel for your situation the same way you feel for me. Okay? Reciprocation, okay? Because a relationship goes two ways, not one. Trust me, okay? That's the only way a relationship can work. Paying attention, right? This includes making eye contact, avoiding distractions. We're not on our phones. We're not watching TV. We're not surfing the web. We're not playing a video game. We are actually listening and trying to understand. Because that could be rude. Okay? I'm on my phone, I'm talking to you, I'm trying to tell you how I feel, and you on your phone and you just it's like, okay, that's how you feel. So paying attention matters. Yes, using nonverbal cues, letting me know that you listening, nodding, smiling, right? Using facial expressions to show engagement. Like, let me know you listening to me. Don't just be with the what they call it, your face just flat. Like, are you listening? Okay, providing feedback, right? You want to provide feedback by listening. We're not just talking. We are listening to understand, to provide feedback. Okay? That's the whole point, right? And deferring from judgment. Let's not be judgmental 2026, okay? People is going through a lot. People are going through things that others will never know about. Okay? So let's be a little empathetic, right? And let's be more non-judgmental, right? Less biased. Okay? And understand where a person is coming from. Because, like I said, active listening is understanding. And a lot of people are misunderstood out here. And that's why relationships aren't working because of the misunderstandings. You feel misunderstood. You feel like you're in a box. You feel like you can't speak. Like you can't, there's no one to talk to because no one is listening. Active listening. No one is listening to each other. It really is that simple, right? And then to respond appropriately, meaning tone and speech. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Okay, so let's step back from always trying to respond mad and angry. If this is how you have to speak to somebody, let's take a step back. Let's calm down, let's breathe. Let's come back to address the situation again another time, right? But if you're angry at the time, don't even try. Just relax. Go in your corner, like I said, breathe. Try to calm down, right? And even if you have to, write down some notes. Write down how you feel. So when you do address it, you understand your feelings more. You can actually come back with the notepad. Like, yo, listen, this is how I feel. This is what happened in that moment. How can we fix this? How can we address this? How can we understand each other? Because being avoidant and running from a situation is just going to make it worse. Right? Sometimes you got to ram full heads into a situation to handle it, okay? And then the emotional reactions, being overly emotional, okay? All the crying and stuff, like I said, go to your corners. Go to your corner. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, yes. But have empathy for each other, love one another, practice mindfulness, be patient, okay? And we can help each other build stronger relationships. Thank you for listening to hashtag Maggie the Therapist. Go like me on social media.